So here I am at my store in the Hanover Mall. It has snowed last night. It's probably gonna snow again tomorrow. Um, it's pretty dead. Let me check. Looks like it's pretty dead. There's like really no one in the mall shopping. This is me in my store. Yay! Sell all kinds of things. And don't make very much money at all. Technically at the poverty line, like maybe just above it, or just at it somewhere. Yeah. And let's see, there's probably so many things I could talk about. I just don't think I'm going to talk about everything all at once. Not wearing any makeup. No. But I started using a kind of fruit acid. It's called alpha hydroxy acid. I think it was glycolic acid. I got the Walgreens alpha hydroxy thing, and I've been using it on my face. I don't know if it probably doesn't show very well in this camera. I can still see like wrinkles and stuff and like some sun damage, but it's absolutely great. I just started using it on Monday and it's Friday, and it's a huge difference. I actually had like really deep especially wrinkles like right here, and several of them are just gone. I had sun damage like on my chest. It's always like right in the center of my chest right here, and it looks like crepe paper, and it can look anywhere from like oily and glossy to like dry and yucky. It's almost entirely gone. It's there are places where it looks like it never even was, and I have tried since I was like 28 to do something about it, and I'm like, how old am I? I think I'm 32. I'm 32 or 31. I forget. I can't remember. That's like the weirdest thing to say, but I really don't remember. Yeah. So now that I have a smartphone, this is my first smartphone. My brother purchased me a BlackBerry at the end of 2009, and then a whole bunch of stuff occurred, and I never got it. He didn't give me anything this year. Whatever. Anyway, it's fine. Whatever. People don't have to give me presents. That's fine. Another thing, last year, 2011, it's now 2012, duh. So I went down with my friend, Pebbles. It's her nickname, actually. No, she's not like a Flintstone. Anyway, I went down with my friend Pebbles, and she lives in like the Philadelphia area. And she's a pro photographer. She also went to school with me for animation, computer animation, art, etc. Studied video. She's like, and we did like a lot of international things together, like seriously, and serious work, very serious. We're so much alike in so many ways, and yet we have our really interesting differences, which I love. And so I went with her and my friend Hope, whom is now vlogging, which actually makes me feel really happy. She just had a baby as well. And during the process of my doing that, I took my makeup with me because it was like a wedding shoot. I was actually supposed to do video probably, except I had a new camera. And somehow I ended up just doing mostly camera work, I guess. Whatever. And then in the process of my returning, this was like what, March or April or something, my spouse decided to rip up the floors exactly the day I got back. And I really didn't, in like 3 days, I probably only got 12 hours of sleep total, if that. So I was here and working, if you want to call that work. It was busy as hell, and I don't know why. For whatever reason, springtime last year was busy. And so my makeup got misplaced, and since I've actually always liked photography. I just never really thought I did. I just guess it's actually true that I do. So I mean, the main thing I like to photograph is probably nature, city stuff. If you go like to a live show, like a festival or whatever. I like to take pictures on vacation, and then I like to do like take pictures of people that I love, right? And I guess you could call that portraits or whatever. And then like once, because I'm an artist, and my daughter doesn't always like to model for me anymore, and she did before. She was a great model before, and she's really little. And now she's like, I don't know. She doesn't always like it. Doesn't always want to. So the only model on hand is myself, and pretty much the way I see it, um, photographing portraits of people, persons, um, it's pretty much the same principles as drawing or sketching or painting portraits, which I did uh, I did a lot, about 10, actually over 10 years ago, like from about, like for money, um, from the end of 2001 to about 2004, and then I still would get like the occasional like commission for it, and like for a few years after that. But the main bulk of it was 2001, the end of 2001, 2002, 2003. Mostly maybe 01 and 02, and then also in college I did so much like life drawing, which included portraits, etc. And my spouse did portraits of many, many local celebrities from sports teams, everything from news anchors to, which I don't even know who they are now. They were famous then. Lawyer Malloy, who was a quarterback for the Patriots when they won in 2002. I think they won 2002 and 2003. I forget. They have won several times anyway. So I started to be interested in portraits, and then I don't know. Like there's times where like I get to a mood where like I want to be more like earthy and genuine and real. So I was like photographing myself as like myself at the time, and going, this is what I actually look like. This is what I like right now. No makeup, nothing, just me. Me, because I don't usually wear makeup. I kind of hate makeup a lot, right? So then, I didn't have any makeup, and if you're taking portraits of yourself and you don't have any makeup, it looks kind of bad. And since I like belly dance and I have so many friends on you, well, not so much YouTube anymore, but Facebook, especially Facebook. And dancers, and they all like to post photos of themselves and glamorous stuff. And there's some really nice, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the belly dance superstars, but some of the stars are really just genuinely really nice people. Like from California, which they're all very friendly, hippie-ish, peace and love kind of people. Anyway, there's this lady named Ansuya, and she did a video that she produced herself in her own like home or her house, and she talked about like how women should feel beautiful and pretty, and she had different types of women of all different ages, different ethnic groups, different body types, and so on. And I just felt like, wow, she's such a sweet lady. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I should try that. And I didn't have any makeup, and most of my makeup was gone. So then what happened was, I think it was like end of September and then early October, I bought just bit by bit, just little makeup stuff, right? And I hate makeup for a number of reasons. And the makeup I had before, I had been collecting since at least 1997. So it was at least $300 worth, and that's prices back then and throughout the decade we just had. So much of it was lost, and whatever I had left was like crap. Like I got this CoverGirl like smoky eye stick thingy, which was horrible, really horrible. I hate it. It'd go on, the color would fade, and then it would get all cakey. It was just nasty. I hated it, and I always feel like makeup is gross. Like I would always get like infections. It would bother my eyes. Things would get into my eyes. Pimples, zits, wrinkles, irritations, rashes. I hated makeup. So I bought like first I bought like an eye gel, black for like smoky eye type thing, and also like a new mascara thing. And then I went and bought, because it was always really expensive before, but it was now sort of like affordable, sort of. Um, I bought something called like Physicians Formula, and it was this loose mineral powder stuff. And when I put it on my face, I couldn't believe like the way that I looked. And then, excuse me, after I put it on, it didn't feel like there was anything on my face at all. Nothing. It just felt like it wasn't there. That I kept checking to see if it was still on my face. I didn't have any of the problems. I didn't feel like gross. Like, for me, always makeup feels like gross, like disgusting, yucky. It always feels like dirty. Um, and then like I always like cringe and think about like bacteria and things in my face and my pores and in my eyes and ugh. Plus, if you wear too much makeup, or when you frequently wear makeup, it causes wrinkles. It causes damage. It causes like, well, at least it had always done before. But this like mineral stuff, it didn't do any of that. In fact, it would have like vitamin E in it or other things in it. I was like, what? This is new. I never heard of this. Um. So then, when I realized how good it was, and then other companies made it too, and this stuff was generally pretty expensive. So CVS kept having like these sales, and I kept using my coupons, and then I went crazy buying makeup. And now I have a huge bag of makeup. Uh, Majority of it is like mineral stuff. Not only does it look great, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't feel gross or disgusting. And so then I started taking like portraits of myself like bit by bit, and the way my approach with photography, because it's a type of art, is just like any of my other arts that I do, especially like drawing, portraits, etc., or art, whatever. And I do something which is called practice. Practicing. Yes, I practice. So an only way to do that is to keep doing it. You do it over and over and over and over, and then you start to realize like what looks better, what looks good, what's a better composition. And I started like getting all kinds of accessories for my camera. And there was a number of times where, I mean, I was taking photos like constantly. I have pretty much worn out my battery, like it doesn't hold the charge very well, and I only shoot in RAW because it's not compressed. But right now I'm only shooting in, what is it? Is it sRGB, not Adobe RGB? Um, right now anyway. Um, so I love Facebook, and then I noticed that ever since the new format, like they reformatted Facebook again, I don't get that many comments anymore. I don't get that much interaction with people, whatever. So, but there was times when I would post my photos, and I actually photograph several hundred frames per time that I'm shooting, and then I weed through it. There's some that I delete, and then there's several that I'll delete. They look horrible. And then I pick through those, and I'll pick like the best ones, and I'll stick them in like a folder. And pretty much most of the photos um, are not good, right? And then I would post them, and I generally stick with a theme, one theme at a time, or one type of makeup style with variations, or type of. But I do the same thing with experimental type photography, which I like also, with my tripod, and I'll photograph like. I mean, I could spend like all month photographing trees, or a certain kind of tree, or a certain kind of time of day, or whatever. I generally stick with a theme, and I practice my photography. I practice doing that. It's again and again and again and again, and I'm very self-critical. So I I always think it's never good enough. I always think like a lot of my stuff sucks. I just really don't. I mean, I don't have like a pro camera. I just have like kind of almost like that. I mean, I have a pro Nikon, but it's like a film camera, right? I just have like a Rebel XS, whatever it is. I can't remember at the second. But I like Canon digital. I really don't like any other ones. And so I posted photos of myself, portraits, which a lot of my dancer friends do, and they're absolutely lovely and gorgeous and whatever. So I was actually, I mean, it's normal that I get like comments from guys, men, whatever. But I was actually really surprised at how many like likes and positive comments I got from girls, people who, not just people who were my friends, but people who were like I really didn't know very well. I just played video games with them on Facebook, gamers and stuff, or I don't know. Then like even like on Google, I put stuff on Google, and I wasn't expecting that, and I know how people think that like women, they put like photographs on like the internet to get attention, whatever. Personally, I'm an artist, and I do it with like all of my creative things, like everything from sewing, making clothing, painting, etc. Which that was another thing I've been doing lately. Um, and so that's kind of what I've been doing. 17 minutes of video, yay. So yeah, I'm not wearing makeup right now though, and I swear to you, like in real life, if you actually saw my photos, I guess they look okay. I in real life don't look anywhere near as gorgeous as I make myself look on the videos. I mean, in the films. It's just, I guess some people would call it camera tricks, or I call it I know how to use a camera. Um, I'm just an ordinary person. So, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that wasn't too boring.